Welcome to another episode of Black Man's Thoughts. It's your boy Yashayahu. I'm up in Greensboro right now. I'm not currently in Charlotte. It's a work trip. But yeah, man. Guess what, y'all? Dez Bryant has been signed to the Ravens practice squad. Dez Bryant is officially a Baltimore Raven. So, what does that mean? We touched on this a few videos ago about Boykins and not knowing the playbook. But now, I was listening to Vinny and Haney, and they had somebody come on. I think it was Clifton Brown. And what he was saying was that Boykins may have a little bit of diva-ness in him. He feels frustrated that he's not getting the football, and he feels like, why run a route full go knowing that I'm not going to get any passes? That is a very, very interesting take. So let's dive into it. Why run if you're not going to get a pass? Well, everybody knows that you come to the Baltimore Ravens offense as a receiver, you're not going to get 100 catches. You may not even get 60 damn catches, especially as a number 2, number 3 receiver. Yeah, you must be smoking that whatever it is you're smoking, because that's never going to happen unless Harbs is gone, Andy Reid comes here, or Sean Payton, and we become the fucking Saints. That's never going to happen. That's not even our philosophy in been watching this since 96, so what, 24, 25 years? It's never going to happen. So you have to also realize that. Number 2, let's get the playbook down first, boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's do something first that warrant you being able to get the rock the way you want it. You can't have a total of 10 catches your whole career, if that, and you're talking about some, I deserve the football. Especially when you have Andrews, you have Snead, you have Hollywood, and then you have freaking 3 backs and Lamar Jackson who runs the ball. You're not going to get many opportunities to make plays. Now, that doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve the ball. That doesn't mean that he hasn't been open. I've seen plenty of plays with him wide open, and Lamar failed to give him the ball. I'll give him that. Lamar failed to hit the ball on target. I'll give him that. Lamar failed to look his way. I will give him that. You know what I mean? I remember when Brashard Perriman used to play for us, and there was a lot of times that, believe it or not, he was open, but he didn't get the ball. I don't know if Flacco would never throw it to Perriman. But you know what? I also think the problem with Perriman is they didn't have a lot of opportunity to work on that deep ball, and every single deep ball that Perriman had was always overthrown, damn near. 99% of the balls to Perriman from Flacco were overthrown, and that's going on with Boykins. They need more reps together to get the timing down, to see what he likes, to see what Lamar likes. But to find out is because he's not running the routes. He just run that. I think a player has said that he's just running the routes just to run them, and then when he gets the ball, he's completely shocked that the ball was thrown to him. So that to me sounds like so what their exact words was, he's disinterested in the game. He's disinterested out there on the field because he feels like he's not getting the ball and he's not being looked. He's frustrated. He's becoming Hayden Hurst. Now, we know that Hayden Hurst left because he wanted to be the main tight end. He wanted to get a lot more attention. He wanted to be Mark Andrews, especially him being a first-round pick. I get Hayden simply because Hayden was drafted at 27. So he's only going to have so many big contracts to come. Boykins is a young man who has a lot to prove. He's not the first-round pick. Hayden was the first-round pick. So to even put yourself in that situation, compared to situations, is not equal. There are different circumstances. So, now Boykins is on it. I do think that this is a reactionary. They probably said, hey, we looked at him during camp. We looked at him last year, and we're going to give him through the first 6-7 games of the year to get his shit together. And if not, we're going to go out there and find another big possession receiver. It's clear that they want a certain type of receiver because they would have went to Antonio Brown. They would have traded for a Brandon Cooks, even Fuller. I mean, they say the whole Texans roster is up for fucking sale. So there's a reason why they went out there and got a big old body in Boykins and been really putting a lot of effort into, big old body in Bryant and put a lot of effort into Boykins. That's telling you what type of possession receiver they want. But here's the thing. In all these years, name me 3 that ever worked out as a big body possession receiver. I don't remember anybody who worked out. And the closest one that I can see as a big receiver, maybe about 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" size here, was who? Waller? I mean, he ended up becoming a tight end, and maybe that's in Boykins' future. I wouldn't put it past it. He might be a damn good tight end. That matter of fact, I would look at him as a stretch tight end and run him the same way they're doing Waller. I mean, that could be very, very a mismatch nightmare for teams. But shit, I mean, even if you sign, man, that's a good idea. And then I heard that's the way that they're going to use Boykins. Somebody said that they're going to use him like a big tight end. That would be dope. So I can't wait to see that, man. So, what do I think Dez brings that Boykins doesn't bring? Knowledge of pro defenses, knowledge of where to be in certain situations, knowledge of the situation that he's in, hungry because he's been out almost 3 years. I believe he adds a certain type of determination that you would want in a rookie to try to prove that he belongs in his league. But obviously Boykins doesn't look at it like that. So I think Dez is going to give you that hunger. I also think that he's going to make himself he's going to make the Ravens cut him. He's not going to do anything that's going to get him cut. So I think that he's going to say all the right things. He's going to do all the right stuff. He's going to go to different films. He's going to talk to Lamar more. He's going to prove why he deserves to get a shot on the field besides the practice squad. Do I see Dez playing in the Steelers game? Not in less than a week. Not in less than a week. But I will say this: I wouldn't be shocked to see him on an active roster. I really wouldn't be shocked at that. I really would not be shocked that they got a few plays for Dez Bryant, maybe 1 or 2 plays, just to move the chains, get a feel for him. Depends on how he's looking in practice. If he goes out there and looks in practice, because I heard what in August, remember we talked about this, that in August when he came to trial, he wasn't in shape. He was throwing up his food. He couldn't finish the practice. I heard they brought him back to get a second look, and obviously they liked what they seen a lot better, so they signed him. Well, here's the thing. Okay, they must have liked what they seen. They must have thought that he adds an element, whether that's to motivate Boykins or that's to push Boykins for the job or for that number 2 or 3 receiver. Here's the thing, though. How much can he learn in a short amount of time? Does he need to learn everything? No, because I don't think that they're looking at him to be the savior at receiver. They have Duvernay, they have Hollywood. I think that they're actually going to get Duvernay on the field a lot more. And I think Boykins going to take a few plays off because of that. They're going to make Boykins really earn that shit now. So I think that what we're going to see is we're going to see a lot more Duvernay, but we're going to also see in the red zones and on third downs, maybe that's when we see a Boykins, not a Boykins, but Bryant, a third short, somebody who can use his body to body up receivers, throw it in there. That's where I think he's going to be most effective. I don't look for him to go out there and catch 40 balls, 40 or 50 balls. I don't see all that. I see maybe 25, 30 this season, but and not a lot of yards, but a lot of meaningful yards, like chain movers. And I hope they get Snead involved as more chain mover. He's a very good receiver. I don't see why they're not using Snead to his full potential, because whenever they use Snead, he makes first downs. He's a first down getter. Why not get him more involved, man? So I'm excited to see. Andrews feels like, everybody heard his press conference, that they're not too far off from getting their offense to where they want to. They got a few miscues but he says like we're not as far off as what people think. So I don't know what they're talking about and seeing in the films versus us, because to us, even though stats say Lamar Jackson is actually, I think he's passing a little bit better than he was last year, the offense isn't running as smoothly as we all know. So we're gonna see how this goes now. Obviously, we got a bye. They had a bye week last week. So this week is the Steelers game, and we're gonna see what kind of wrinkles they were able to iron out. Off of on the break. Hopefully, it's more in the run game. Hopefully, we see a change at right guard in the run game. Push for Powers or Fluker. They're at the run position at right guard or whatever it is. But Tyree Phillips, if he can't deal with the Eagles veterans and that aggressive defensive line, there's no way in fucking hell he's going to be able to deal with the damn Steelers' aggressive-ass defense. And that's the bottom line. This is Yashi Yahoo. This is Black Man Stotsman. And just like Odell Beckham, I'm out.